All right, guys. So this is the genius Weatherman with Lean Keto Times, and today we're going to talk about getting close to girls. I wrote an article about this, about how your verbal game doesn't mean anything. And before I get started with my meal, hit like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm going to eat my bottom round steak. Cut it up into pieces because it's lean meat. It's a little bit more tough to chew. And then I have my pasture-raised eggs, sunny side up, and then my Spider Bite hot cocoa or unsweetened cocoa, and with a little butter and a little spearmint and cinnamon spice. And then this, I have my other Spider Bite venom juice, which is carbonated water, a little lemon juice, and a little apple cider vinegar. So anyways, let's just talk about getting closer because, well, by the way, I'm going to be starting another 72-hour fast. This morning I stepped on the scale and I was at 161 pounds. So my goal is to get to 139 or around 140. So anyways, let's talk about getting close to girls. Now, it's important that you get close to girls, because so many guys in the pickup community rely on verbal game. And verbal game is what screws you guys up. Screws me up every time I forget that it's not about verbal game. Especially when you go out in these nightclubs and you think, oh, what do I have to say to get this girl attracted or some nonsense like that. You immediately forget that it's all about getting close to the girl. And we're in physical game. Now, as you all know, I'm a huge fan of RC Ozzy. I'm supposed to be taking a boot camp with him, but unfortunately, he's not going to be doing any boot camps anytime soon. So, but still, I think he's the best when it comes to coaching guys on physical game. One thing he says in there, in his book, The Physical Game, you gotta get close to girls. So, all this standing back away from girls while you're trying to push pull and use fancy openers and silly nonsense like that creates a vacuum to where nothing is happening, and the girl is like, I can't hear you. She's like thinking very logically because she doesn't know whether or not to excuse herself or be polite and keep talking to you. All these things happen because you're not close enough to the girl. And when I mean close, I mean you have to be close enough to where your bodies are touching. And if your bodies are not touching, then You need to make a move to change that. Because she's not going to do it for you. As a matter of fact, girls, well, not just girls, but people in general, mirror back your behavior. So if you're afraid to get close to them, they're going to be afraid to get close to you. And you don't want that. You have to be willing, or I should say unafraid, to get as close as you can to girls. There's no other way to do it. If you don't get close to them, you're going to be stuck trying to remember some push-pull line or some fancy opener or pickup line to keep the girl's attention. And usually that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. The girl just wants to get out of the interaction, and then it's a blowout. So once you are close to the girl, it becomes immediately sexually arousing to her. So that means for us guys, obviously we get an erection. And for the girls, the panties get wet. And it's nothing that they can really do to stop that if you're close enough. Which is why, if a girl didn't find you somewhat attractive to begin with, she wouldn't even allow you to get that close to her. So, because she knows in her mind that certain things will happen, even if you're butt ugly. If she doesn't want to hook up with your type, she will stop you from getting close to her, because she knows once she is close enough, there's nothing stopping her from her panties getting wet. So that's really the only thing you have to know about girls. Is if I have the right social skills to meet her friends and then handle any obstacles that come in your way, I can get the girl and be close enough to her so I can get her sexually aroused. And then once I do that, I can talk about the weather, which is why they call me Genius Weatherman. I could talk about the birds and the bees. I can talk about anything. And it won't matter, because she'll be sexually aroused regardless. So what happens after you get a girl sexually aroused? Well, now it's time to go for compliance. As you well know, my ACC method, it's all about arousal, compliance, close. So that means once you get the girl aroused, you go for compliance. For example, you're close to her, you're talking to her, you may be holding her hand while you talk to her, or you may be hugging her or clawing her, and she's away from her friends, or she's not away from her friends yet. You want to take her by the hand and lead her to the bar into isolation. And generally, she'll comply. She won't give you that much resistance. But you got to have the arousal first, which means you have to get close first to the girl. So it's all about arousal, compliance, close. Now, a lot of your pickup artists and dating coaches will say that, oh, you don't need to be that aggressive with girls because you just scare them off. Well, if I had a picture of a dog face like Alan Roger Curry does in his videos, I would say insert dog face here. But anyways, it's not true. Even if you did scare the girl off, that means she's gonna be a waste of time anyways. So, just like the theory behind Mode 1, or a direct approach by Alan Roger Curry, so too when it comes to being aggressive and getting close to girls. And that basically means, again, if the girl is not feeling you, she's not gonna let you get close to her at all. So this is why you have to go for it anyways, to find that out. And generally, it's not if the girl doesn't want to get close to you, or she hesitates in the beginning. It's just like what Alan Roger Curry likes to say about erotic hypocrites, where they like to pretend like they're not a slut or loose or something like that. And basically, we'll give you some resistance in the beginning. But as soon as they see that you don't care whether they are or they're not, and that's when they stop resisting and start complying. And that's where you want to be. So don't be afraid to make girls panties wet and getting close to them. That's the way it's done. And wow, these eggs are good. And if you want compliance, you gotta go for it. And notice how I didn't mention anything about being a dick or an asshole or having to use push-pull tactics to do these things. Matter of fact, the best push-pull tactic you can do is to go for it. Get compliance from the girl first, like in the form of a kiss close, and then pull back. That is so powerful that I've had girls do crazy, insane stuff in front of their friends just from doing that. And not having to use some stupid fancy line. So, again, this all goes back to getting close to girls. You can basically ignore about 90% of what a lot of these PUAs and top dating coaches teach about rubber game. I just practice on getting close to girls. Even if you have approach anxiety, one of the drills you can do is just, you see a hot girl you like, just walk up to her, say hi to her, and see how close you can get to her before she backs away. I bet you, if you're in a nightclub, more than half of the time, she won't back away. She'll actually be drawn towards you because she knows. Gotta lick the yolk off this plate. Because she knows she's about to be sexually aroused. So anyways, sorry for the lighting, it's getting dark because it's raining outside. But I'm gonna wrap this video up real quick. Now I'm gonna finish my meal. Get close to girls. Practice that. Forget your verbal game. You don't need it. This weekend, practice getting close to girls to where your bodies are touching and run physical game. And try to escalate all the way to a kiss close and see what happens. All right, so appreciate you tuning in, and hope you guys have a prosperous rest of the month and rest of the year. Excuse me. And until then, keep taking action.